Hey guys, welcome to my new vlog. This one will be slightly different. I will of course do a page or two in my creative journal, but I will also set up a new, I would say unconventional journal, and there will be some drawing at the end. Yes. Okay, so let's start. And let's start with journaling about a speed puzzling competition I took part in at the end of May. Yes, you heard it right. People are now competing in who can build a jigsaw puzzle fastest. I've been watching the World Jigsaw Puzzle competitions for 3 years already, and I always wanted to try it. So finally, there was a competition in Slovakia as well. Not an official one, but at least I could almost experience that. Why almost? I will tell you in a bit. First thing first, I had to wake up at 4:44 a.m. to catch a train to Bratislava where the competition was held. Yes, I always set up my alarm clock to weird times like this. And as you can see, I did not get much of a sleep because I had a rough time with the video that was supposed to be published that Sunday. So I had to stay up a lot late than usual, and also I was very anxious. I'm a very anxious person, so I was very nervous about the competition day. I thought I'd get some sleep during train ride, but no, that did not happen. So I eventually arrived to Bratislava at Bratislava. What's the right thing to put there? I don't know. And there I met a friend who decided to join in a last minute, and we walked to the old market hall where the competition was held. It is a beautiful old building with big windows, and I thought, great, it will be bright inside, but sadly it was not enough. It was quite dark inside during the competition, but you can't do anything about it, and all of us had roughly the same conditions, so that's fine. So we walked in and the puzzles were on the table without any bag or anything. So at this point I was like, yeah, okay, so this is very casual, very laid back, and everyone was just so friendly. Not that I speak to a lot of people because I am very introverted, but the whole atmosphere was just so nice. Okay, so this was our puzzle, and I was not very excited about it because it seemed dark in the lighting, and I knew those white frames would be difficult for me, and there were so many hands on this puzzle, but I was still very excited to be there. The puzzling started at 10 a.m. and guys, I could feel my hands shaking. Yes, as I said, I'm a very anxious person, but it was all fine. I did my best and I had a fun time. The commentator kept talking during the competition as well, and it would have been distracting, but she was really nice and she kept joking about us and about the competition. The whole thing had the atmosphere of the pub quiz event, which, okay, at least I was not that nervous, but I was still nervous, and I kept chuckling at her commentary. One person asked her if there would be interview with the winners, and she was like, "Are you crazy? All of those people are introverts. No normal human would do this. You can't interview them." And of course she meant it in a good way. We all laughed. We all loved listening to her. Her commentary was definitely better than this loud cafeteria music coming from a speaker right in front of me. I don't like that music, so it was a torture. But I lived through it. Eventually people started finishing. There was, I think her name is Veronica, who attended the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships, and of course she won. I think her time was around 43 minutes, but I'm not entirely sure because no one kept track. No one cared which position you ended at unless you were in first 3 places. So I even can't really tell you how well I did, except that I managed to finish the puzzle in less than 2 hours, which was my goal, and it was also the time limit for the competition. And when I finished, there were still people puzzling, so I wasn't last. And altogether, there were roughly 50 people competing, and yeah, that's about it. So I finished in 1 hour and 45 minutes. But during those last few minutes, I was talking to my friends, not really paying attention to the puzzle, and honestly, when I looked at those last 10 or 20 pieces, my brain could not comprehend what I was looking at. I think the very little amount of sleep was finally catching up to me. But anyway, I still had a great time, and I think this very casual atmosphere was even a good thing, because we just took it as a one-day trip and we had a lot of fun. I did not take a footage of me puzzling because I did not want to bother with that, but I definitely should have, maybe next time. But when I came home, after roughly 1 week or so, I tried this puzzle again, and this time I tried this pick and place method. So I just picked a handful of pieces and placed them roughly where they belong in the puzzle. It felt so wrong and crazy to be doing puzzle like that, and it felt so slow. But guys, I finished it a whole 30 minutes quicker the second time. That is crazy. It for sure helped that I already knew this puzzle, but still, half an hour is a lot. During the competition, I did the border first, and then I just picked some visible sections like books and a map, and I worked on those first. Most of these white frames were placed in last in both speedruns, of course, but yeah, I am so glad I tried this puzzle again at home, because it was actually much more fun than I remembered. Okay, so after the solo round, I have realized I was ravenous, and thankfully, right outside the old market hall, there was a food festival going on. So we ate something, and then because it was absolutely hot outside, me and my friend went inside to also see what the pair puzzle would be, and boy, that was not so great of a surprise. This was the puzzle, 1,000 pieces, animals, very similarly colored animals, and the piece cut was all funky. We looked at that and we knew we would not finish in 2 hours, so we decided to just enjoy ourselves and not stress about it. Fun thing is, I recently bought basically the same puzzle but with mice, so all 12 sections were different mice, and we puzzled it together a few weeks ago with my pair partner, so we at least were somewhat familiar with this style of puzzle. So as I said, we had 2 hours to finish, and there were only 3 pairs who actually finished in those 2 hours. Or I think maybe the third pair finished a little after 2 hours. I am not sure, because again, no one cared. No one took notes. They gave us 10 more minutes to puzzle after the 2 hour mark. So this is where we were after those 2 hours and 10 minutes. And yeah, we just kept puzzling much more leisurely. We just kept putting in pieces slowly. There were mostly dark sections left to do, so I kept ducking and shimming around the table to even see the pieces properly. But anyway, there was a raffle going on afterwards, and me and my pair, of course, did not win anything, but it gave us enough time to actually finish this puzzle while also clapping to all the raffle winners. So we eventually very leisurely finished at 2 hours and 37 minutes, and we were only 4th or 5th pair to actually complete this puzzle. And yeah, it was really difficult. I do not really like puzzling animals that much, and I did not want to see this puzzle ever again. So I let my friend have it, since I already own a similar one. So yeah, that was my day. I came home around 9 p.m. and then the next day I had to go to work. Fun times. I am really glad I experienced a speed puzzling competition, and I would definitely like to go again. My times are not the best, but I never expected to win anyway. And guys, it's been 2 weeks since the competition, and I have been puzzling every single day since. I just love puzzles and I've always loved doing them, and I'm so excited people are going back to puzzling or speed puzzling. It is so nice to see. And yeah, these are my journal pages. I try to include lots of pictures from the event, and I also added some puzzle pieces around. I think they made these pages look so fun. So yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, now, so this is probably very unusual, but let's set up a jigsaw puzzle journal. Yeah, I tried to do my tracking in Notion, but to be honest, guys, I find it very difficult to open the app, find the list, and add stuff in. I just need more tactile experience. That's why I keep lots of journals in which I can write with pen. I don't know, it's just more satisfying that way. I don't really like writing on keyboard either, but it is still much more enjoyable than writing on my phone. I just hate that. So anyway, puzzle journal. This will be nothing special, nothing fancy. First thing first, let's pick a journal. I found these 3 in my abandoned journal pile. This stunning purple journal with very thick paper was my first choice, but to be honest, it felt like a waste. I don't know, I am keeping this for something special. I know it's stupid, but I don't think I would feel comfortable using this one for a puzzle journal. Then I found this cute one with flowers and a grid inside. I did not know I had a grid journal, guys. And I was so tempted, but I love when people are using grid paper for their regular journals. So one day I would like to try this as a regular journal or a creative journal, something like that. So I am left with this pink one. This, I am sure, I did not buy. I think it was a freebie to some order many years ago, and I have never used it because it has lines that are very far apart and my writing is very small, and I don't really like using lined journals anyway, but for this it was perfect. So as you already saw, I chose this pink one and I decorated the cover because this was just way too much pink for my liking. I printed these jigsaw puzzle pieces with words jigsaw, puzzle and journal, and I just glued them on the cover. As you can see, I decided against using word jigsaw in the title because puzzles are puzzles. We are not using word jigsaw in Slovakia, so I just threw it away. This cover is very minimal, but I think it's still cute, and I hope these pieces will stay glued on the cover. If not, I think I will just use a regular tape and just tape them on. I think that will be fine as well, I don't really mind. Okay, back to the actual journal. On top of the page I am putting the picture of a puzzle with its name, piece count and a brand, and the rest of the page is for writing down date I speed puzzled each one and my time. Sometimes I am writing notes in there just to make it more fun, and I continue doing that for all of my puzzles, and that's about it. As I was working on this journal, I just kept liking it more and more. At first I was not really sure if I want to do this, but it was fun and I really like it. These are all puzzles I have collected in over 3 or so years, and many of them I got secondhand or a friend lended some of them to me. So yeah, I have quite a lot to add in the journal and I am sure I have forgotten to print some of them, so I will need to come back to it later. And you guys, I know I have been talking a lot about speed puzzling lately, and I hope it's okay and that you are not bored to death. You can always skip those parts, I don't really mind. It's one of my hobbies and I decided to include some of that in my vlogs recently, but yeah, I won't be joining any big competitions or anything in a near future because there are not any competitions in Slovakia, and also my times are not great, so there won't be a lot about jigsaw puzzles anymore in my vlogs anyway. But you know, I would like to share some cute puzzles with you here and there. And you might be asking, why make a puzzling journal? Well, every single time there is a World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship, usually in September, I am so motivated to puzzle and I just think it's fun to see how and if my times changed over time. Okay, in the back I am keeping pictures of puzzles I own, and I am sure I won't be speed puzzling, but I want to have them mentioned somewhere, and even when I give them or exchange them, I still would have a note that yes, I did this one, it was fun, or it was not fun. That also happens. There is this circular galaxy puzzle. Well, that was a nightmare to put together. Okay, so this vlog is very puzzle heavy so far, so let's switch to art. I have not used my alcohol markers in years, and recently there was this little bug in my brain constantly saying, you have this massive set of alcohol markers, you love using them, why are you not using them anymore? And I finally gave in. And the fun thing is, I have not used my markers for so long that I could not even find my alcohol marker sketchbook. I looked through every cabinet, every drawer, and I have no idea where it is. So I had to open a new sketchbook. This is not made for alcohol markers. It has regular paper inside, but I was not going to be affected by that. I knew the blending would be basically impossible, but that made my expectations even lower, and I was not stressed about making my first illustration after a long time look perfect. As always, I gravitated towards ducks or geese. I don't know why I keep doing that, but every time I come back to drawing or painting, I draw these, or mushrooms. Before I started drawing, I had no colors chosen, no plan whatsoever. I just picked markers and started drawing, and it was so much fun. For this first drawing, I decided to do a very colorful water in the top section, and then I added some blue to make it even look like water. And then I added very slight shading on the goose or duck or whatever this is. I think goose because it is white. Yeah, that's my reasoning. Okay, so then I did a top section of the drawing, and here you can see I had absolutely no plan and no idea what I was doing, and I totally butchered it. But it's fine, no one cares. And lastly, I used this pink purple pencil to outline everything, and guys, this turned out to be much better than I expected. It's so cute, except that top part, of course, I kind of hate that. Then I decided to work on one more drawing with less crazy colors. I am especially proud about that ground. I love how textured I made it look. The water lilies are so fun. The grass is, I am not going to lie, it's weird. I could have done that better, but I actually love how I did water here with all the ripples and stuff. I also tried my best to make it look like an evening scene, so the sun is shining from one side and is making everything more yellow. That was really fun to play with. And yeah, I am much more happy with this drawing, so I am glad I continued after the first one. Now let's hope it won't take me as long to come back to drawing again next time. Okay guys, so let's see what everything I have drawn. So this is the first duck. It was my first alcohol marker drawing after 2 years, I think. When I looked at my journals, I found these mushrooms, and they are from June 2023. So I think this was my last alcohol marker drawing. So I am kind of happy with that. I strongly dislike these these trees, but that's fine. I really like this section and the colorful water. Then we have this. I gave up on this one. I just did not know how to do the water properly, and I think this is my favorite. I mean, it's so cute. Looking at it later, I think I could have made this section darker, maybe add more of the grass, but I think it's fine. I think it looks kind of cute. And then I also did these clouds. They are very popular on Pinterest, so I wanted to do my version. All of these I had a reference from Pinterest, but I changed either part of the picture or I used different colors or something like that. So yeah, clouds, and then I did kind of washi tapes. So yeah, that was my alcohol marker drawing after 2 years. And I did scan these and printed them. They are much more vibrant, so much more vibrant, but I think it's kind of nice. It's fine, and I'm thinking of using this for my May reading wrap up. I will be working on that next, so you will see next week if I actually did that, but I think I will, because I am very excited about this, and why not use this? So yeah, that was my little drawing section. And anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Okay guys, that is not all, because by the time I edited this video, look at what arrived. This is the package from Leela Journals, and I saw someone somewhere use her... Oh, this is so cute! I saw someone use her window PET tape, and I love that, and I really needed that in my life. So I bought a few things from her. So let's see. This is adorable. I love this little... This is so cute. Okay, so... Oh, and there's my name. Oh, that's all. That's so sweet. Okay, so I think I got only one type of stickers. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, a little butterfly. Oh, and these are so cute. So these are freebies, and they are so small and adorable. Okay. Okay, I think the sun is making everything extra bright, but I have no way to make this less bright, so I am really sorry about that. I hope you can see everything properly. Okay, yeah, this is what I was excited to try. So these are frames, but they are stickers. And this is so smart to have like different frames on one sticker sheet. This is so smart, and I am excited to try this. Yeah, this is so bright. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so I got few washi tapes, and this is the one why I made this whole purchase. Okay. Again, I unpeeled the tape from the wrong side. This happens all the time, guys. Okay, so let's see. These are so pretty. Yeah, and they are not shiny as I'm used to with PT tapes, but they are matte, and that is like amazing. So yeah, I don't even know how many there are. Yeah, I guess this was the first one, so quite a few. I am so excited to use these. Is there a possibility that I will just have them now in my drawer and won't use them for months? Yes, but I am so excited to have these. I hope to use this. Maybe this will give me some inspiration what to do for my July journal. I don't know. This will definitely be perfect for September, October, when I am in this academia mood. So yeah. Okay, here we have thin washi tape with text. Oh, I think the sun is finally behind clouds, which is perfect. Okay, this is so cute, and it will be perfect for little details in the background. I wanted something like this. Now we have simple blue grit. There is never enough of grit tapes, guys, never enough. And I think I have one blue grit, but it is much darker. Oh no, the sun is coming back. Okay, so this is the blue grit. I love it, it's so cute. Also, if you hear some kids screaming outside, that's because right under my window there is like kids competition in like biking. They built this little road or track, and they just have to bike as quickly as possible, and it happens every year. And I never know when this happens. I just one morning hear people adding these flagpoles in the ground, and then kids screaming. So yeah, that's why if you are hearing some kids, that's because they are there and they are screaming. And maybe you are not hearing anyone and I'm just looking like a crazy woman, but that's fine as well. Okay, so another grit tape. This time we have this very thin brown grit. It's so cute. Okay, I have something similar with black grit, and it's so nice. Okay, this is very cute. So this is Lace Roses. I don't think I told you names of any of these tapes, but it's too late now. I'm not going to bother. Sorry. But I will put a link to everything in the description. Look at this. This is so pretty. I know this is maybe not my style, but I really wanted to try something from Leela Journals, and these washi tapes are very close to my style, but they will make me go a little out of my comfort zone, and I can't wait to do that. And yes, of course, I love all of them. I would not buy washi tapes that I would not like. So yeah, stunning. This reminds me very much of old plates we had when I was a kid, and they were very prized possession. So pretty. I do hope you can see despite the sun, but this is the last chance I can show you this, because there is not much time left for me to work on this video. So last washi tape, and this is another like text washi tape, but this time It's not written, but it's this typewriter text. Yeah, so pretty. Yeah, these are all washi tapes I got. That's quite a lot. I went overboard and I wanted to buy so much more. But I just had to tell myself no. I can buy something next time. Okay. Also, look at this box. That's just so pretty. Okay. So I think we could also do swatches of these. So let me find my swatch journal. Oh, I found it. Okay. Okay, so let's start with grids. Yeah. And this is a sticker book, so I can always come in here and use these samples as well, because they will easily unpeel and still be sticky. Okay, and now this. Come on. Okay. This one. Oh, they are so pretty next to each other. Okay, now let's do this one. Oh, this is so nice. So nice. Okay, no, the sun is coming back. But we are almost done, guys. We are almost done. Okay. And we have these ones left. I think I can have some windows in here. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, one more. We can add one more. Oh, they look so much better on the page. Like, you can see all the details and texture and everything. Oh, they are so cute. Okay, so yeah, this is my Leela Journals haul. Like, everything is so adorable, so pretty. Okay, and this is actual end of this vlog. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have absolutely a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.